So I have a business that does consulting in the construction industry. And because we're a consultant, we're prior to the design being approved for construction. So the process is they need certain things to be ticked off on their list. And one of the things is what we do, which is building energy efficiency. So it's a mandatory requirement here in Australia, and we need to tick the box for them. And so they kind of come to us with an expectation that that's what we do and that's what we can do for them and that's what they need. So the deep dive is a little bit hard to do because they've already decided that they want just a price from us and then schedule it in when they're ready. So the question that I've got for you, Ari, is not in that area. We've already discussed that before. It's related to when you're picking up a new client and you're going through the roadmap, where you're saying, would you be interested in us showing you, having a different perspective on how we go about solving problems like yours with other clients? Would that be of any help to you? We can run you through our process so you're fully aware of where we're at and how we deliver value for your project, all that stuff. And they come back and they say, no, I'm busy at the moment. I'm just trying to get quotes. And they basically hang up on you. They don't give you the opportunity to respond. It's very awkward at that position because you don't want to go ringing them back and chasing them. You know the space they're in. The person you're talking to is not the decision maker. They're just a telephoner who's getting quotes, as their terminology, and they're not necessarily interested in a deep dive, not interested in our process. They just—
Let me ask you a question. Is the decision maker seeing what you do as a complete commodity, apples to apples compared to everybody else? They've never had a problem before with anyone else. They literally just is price only and there's zero value and extra besides price, you think? Is there any risk in them choosing someone at a cheaper level that makes a mistake?
Possibly, yes, but the person who makes that decision, we never get to see. We're 3 steps away from them. I'll give you an example. In a construction project, there's the building owner who's paying for the project. There's the project manager, and there's the architect. And then there's us. We tend to be talking to the architect, and so we're 3 steps away from the person who says go.
Okay, so I think you don't have much control of that initial conversation, it sounds like. So there's something you can do that bypasses a lot of this, and that is you should consider the idea of creating a trust asset. And we may have talked about this before. I'm not sure if we have, but something that you can mail to them, the contact, the architect, the owner, anyone you know in the chain, that you can send them somewhere in your process that arrives in the mail that sets you apart. Because if you can't use the conversation itself to differentiate you, then you need a better way to bypass all that. So it could be something as simple as a document or a mini book or something that says the title of how to choose an energy efficient consultant you can trust. And 10 to 20 blind spots they need to be aware of to avoid choosing someone that can do a poor job.
Right.
There's probably someone in your industry that's not doing a good job. Most like cutting corners, charging, who knows? But if you're the whistleblower and you tell people to watch out for these types of criteria when you're selecting someone, by default, you become the person who they can trust because you wrote the book on it. The Consumer's Guide, how to choose an efficiency consultant you can trust. And you've written the book on it. Well, by default, you're the guy.
Right.
You need something to do that. Yeah.
Okay. So when we're on this new call, first call, and we're trying to do the one call sale.
Sure.
And they don't want to go down, look at our roadmap. So you're saying that.
So what you say is, may we send you a copy?
Yeah.
Of our new book that we just written on. Since you're choosing other folks right now, it's a guide that could help you along your path. Yeah. Whether you choose us or not, it's okay. But this will really help your process so you don't make a mistake of choosing somebody that could eventually hurt your project. Would you be open to that?
So,
what are they
all
going to
right.
say? Oh, of course you're going
Yeah,
to say.
well, that's right. You send it to them, and then we just wait for them to come back to us.
No, you send it to them, get their address,
Yeah,
get their phone number, and then you call them. You send it track with the tracking number, overnight delivery express. So it gets
yeah,
there the next day. The tracking says delivered.
yeah.
Then you call the day after that, and you say this: "Hi, Julie. It's Ari here. We spoke a couple of days ago, and I just want to call just to see if you received my book. Did you get that by any chance?" Oh yeah, it's right here. Thank you so much. It's on my desk. I really appreciate you sending that over. Great. Well, why don't you have a read of that? And I'm sure you'll probably have questions about everything. Why don't we have a chat again, and we can talk from there? How's that sound to you?
Yeah.
So all I'm looking for is a different road to go on to open up the dialogue, so they can trust you that you're not trying to sell them. You're trying to help her in her process as a guide.
Yes. All right. So they're still coming back to us. We don't bother chasing them or anything. And
you don't need to chase them because you just deposited value in her emotional account by delivering a gift of what she needs right now to help her in her or him in her process. It reframes the chemistry and the perception of you being just a commodity to you being someone who's an authority that can help the process.
Right. So when they come back to us, that's when we do the roadmap with them, because now they've appetites now ready for.
Now they're open to realizing you can add extra value that they couldn't before.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you for that.